Thank you, Madam Chair. And if it's okay with you, I have one question, and I'd like to cede the rest of the time to my colleague, Senator Odette. Mr. Riley, thank you so much for coming here and for applying for this important position. You talked about, we've talked here about you being accountable to the Senate. If I can paraphrase you, at another point you said this is a code that senators have decided on how to govern ourselves, and I'm paraphrasing that. If during your time the Senate were to change the code and water it down in a way that would facilitate unethical behavior, what would you see being your role? How would you approach that?
Mr. O'Reilly.
Thank you. Yes, merci. Thank you, Senator. Well, Senators, that again is for this body to determine. It might be advisable in that circumstance to seek out the opinion and advice of the officer who might have by that time have some experience in applying the code, as well as experience perhaps in other domains that may be instructive. But ultimately, of course, it's this body who determines what the code says. But the view of the officer, particularly one who has some experience in its application, would, I think, be important to take into account.
Senator Cardozo?
And would you do so privately with a committee, or would you feel the need to do so publicly?
I would, I think, await an invitation to speak up, and would do so only if I thought that my views were welcomed.